start right now. Hello everyone and welcome to Sports Freaks, and I'm Big T along with my co-host Little T. How you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. We're going to start off the show with a little segment we call Blast Off. We're gonna start the show with a topic of the New York Mets and all the people they have placed on the disabled list lately. And now they've called up Fernando Martinez from AAA, the Buffalo Bisons. And, you know, I'd really like to see how this guy does, but the Mets, they have so many problems right now.
Yeah, they got Reyes, Church, Delgado, Perez. I mean, they gotta start getting into that flow. Fernando can give you some stability, but, you know, he's 0 for 7 in his first 2 games. But, you know, Mets fans have to realize he's 20 years old.
20 years old. They signed him when he was 16, and he just hasn't been brought up because of all of his injuries in AAA, AA, whatever. But he's rated as Baseball America for the Mets, the #1 prospect in the Mets farm system. So I'd really like to see how he does in the nearby future.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very interested in this guy. I know this guy's had hamstrings problems before. I've seen him in spring training. This guy looks great to me.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'd really like to see what he has in him. You'll hear more about him later in the show.
Moving on. Jorge Posada nails to return for the Yankees this week.
Yes, he's actually planning to play tonight at the Cleveland Indians, so I'd really like to see how he does.
This guy was tearing it up before he got injured. Oh yeah, definitely.
One of the biggest ones for the Yankees, stepping up even when Mark Teixeira was struggling. Beyond struggling.
Oh yeah, I think A-Rod's a big factor in that one.
Oh, definitely. When A-Rod came back, I thought he was just going to be distracted, but you know, he's really stepped up, and I'm really proud to see that he's not distracted with all this steroids and HGH stuff, and I'm really, you know.
But besides that, I think he can handle his pitches very greatly. I mean, this guy is, I love this guy as a catcher, and he's a good team player.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree. The Stanley Cup Finals are set. It's the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Detroit Red Wings, a rematch of exactly last year. Detroit being the #1 seed and Penguins being the #2 seed in the final, so Detroit will get home ice advantage. So I'd really like to see how this plays out. I'm going to pick the Penguins, though, because Pavel Datsyuk and, you know, a bunch of other injuries for the Red Wings are causing them, you know, they'd already won the 3 games. They just had to win that one more game last series versus the Blackhawks in the Western Conference Finals. I'm picking the Penguins in this one.
Yeah, I know. Detroit took it in 6 last year, but Penguins, I mean, they're Malkin, Crosby, Fleury, they're all in their A game. I think Detroit's gonna...
Especially Fleury, which is the key.
Oh, they're all young. I think Pittsburgh's gonna be a great team in the future.
And how old is Sidney Crosby? He's got to be in young 20s. I mean, this is just...
In Detroit, I think they're a veteran team. I wouldn't be surprised to see it was a 7, but I think with the Penguins
I'd love to see a 7 game. Those are so fun.
The Penguins force, you know, I don't think Detroit, I mean, it's going to be a good battle. I'm not saying it's going to go 4-0, but, you know. Yeah,
but Chris Osgood, he was great last year. I don't think he has it in him this year because of all the goals he's given up in the playoffs already.
Moving on to our next topic, Thomas Jones rejoins the Jets at OTAs.
Yes, he rejoined the Jets for practicing. He was upset about his whole contract with Leon Washington and all, but, you know, I'd like to see how he does this season. I think Leon Washington's going to get a lot more playing time this season.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because of what he did last season. He's a smart player, especially. He has speed. He's faster than Thomas Jones, in my opinion. And, you know, I definitely think he's getting more playing time.
I know Thomas Jones getting $560,000 and Leon's getting $500,000. They are correct that you have to get better contracts than this. But Jones, 34, his knees are shot. He's smart because he's trying to get the more years out of the contract because he wants to play more. But the Jets are doing this because they don't want to waste their money on him, you know. And Leon, I think they're going to rebuild his contract. I don't think about Jones.
That'll do it for Blast Off, but coming up next is Yay or Nay. Don't forget to leave us an email at sportsfreaks2@aol.com. That's sportsfreaks2@aol.com.
And please leave us a voicemail on 908-309-2810.
We'll be right back. And now we take it over to our history maker, Clay, for your fact of the day.
Thanks, Big T. This day in history of basketball, 1980, Larry Bird beat out Magic Johnson for the Rookie of the Year award. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Clay. And now it's buzzer beater time. Our next topic is Patrick Law rejects Avalanche head coaching job.
Yeah, he wants to spend time with the family. And, goalie for Avalanche, Hall of Fame goalie for the Avalanche, second most wins all time. And, this is a smart move. He's not counting it out for his future, but, this is a smart move. Spend time with the family, then worry about your career, because you got plenty of money.
I think this guy has to just work it out, as you said, work it out with your family, make sure everything's right, so everything's fine with his coaching.
Right. He's not counting it out, so that's always
I think
a good thing. Now, Tony Uri, the crew chief for Dale Earnhardt Jr., is out as the crew chief, and Dale Earnhardt fired him Thursday, and, they only win one win in 18 starts, and, this is frustrating, and I can see why Dale Earnhardt Jr.
I think Dale did this because of frustration, one win, as you said. I think he just takes it out on the crew chief. I mean, who wouldn't?
Well, it's partially his
fault. Might have wanted a change. Moving along. Barcelona knocks off Manchester United 2-0.
Yes, in the English Premier League final, I was totally surprised. Manchester United dominated all season, and now Barcelona wins their, I believe it's their 12th, 13th title, somewhere around there. I'm not a big follower of soccer, but 12th, 13th title. That's great for Barcelona. They lead all of the teams in their league, so good for them. So basically,
I didn't watch the game, but I saw the highlights. It looked pretty good out there.
Tom Brady returns to the Patriots practice squad, and this is nice to see him back on the field, throwing some passes, pitching some balls. I like to
see what he's going to do this year, but what if he's not ready? Who's their plan B?
Right, because they traded
Castle to Kansas City.
They did, and so
see how it plans out.
They might have to sign someone in the free agent market. Trade for.
Moving along, Lakers Nuggets series continues tonight.
Yeah, the Lakers and Nuggets. If the Nuggets win it, I've said this earlier. If the Nuggets win it, there's a chance they could win the series. But if the Lakers win, obviously it's over because the Lakers would have won the series. But I think it's the Lakers.
Yeah, I'm choosing the Lakers. Kobe's too good.
Yes, especially in Colorado. So I'd like to see it. Okay. And that's it. Sports Freaks is over for the week. We'll see you next week, along with my co-host Little T. I'm Big T.
Good night.